Hi, this is Iona
And this is Kim,
calling from California.
and I'm calling in from the Big Island of Hawaii.
I'm there like in spirit with my shirt, right? Or tank top. Okay, so Kim and I are starting this new venture, Universal Hearts Unite. And what we wanted to talk about is our kind of our life stories so you guys get to know us. So, pretty much what we're doing is, a lot of us are, trying to go from 3D to 5D. And I think about my life several years ago. So, I need to rewind the tapes about what my life was several years ago. And a lot of you might be feeling that now, especially with the new energies here to support us, and then living the 3D life or going up to 4 to 5D, right, and higher. so, you know, I used to think about my programs of who I was as a kid, what energies were around in my house, a lot of complaining, a lot of negativity, a lot of
She
criticism,
called me all the time.
yeah, a lot of arguing and everything like that. And so that was the programs that I had in my head. And so when I started realizing, when I looked at my life and the things that you're taught as a child, up to adulthood is, be successful, have a good career, a house, a job, marriage, children, you'll be happy. I was the farthest thing from it, right? My life just felt like a living hell every day. When I'd get up, I wouldn't want to get up anymore. I didn't want to go to my job. Even though I loved the company I worked for, I loved the family-owned business. They treated me like, one of their own, but I just didn't feel like I was doing something that my heart wanted to do. And I was just wondering, why am I so out of alignment? Why am I not happy? Like, what's going on? And then I realized I wasn't doing what I came here to do. The pull was so strong. And that's what a lot of you light workers and healers are feeling right now is, you're going to this corporate job, punching in 8 to 5, and you don't like it. You can't stand it. You're sitting in, traffic, commuting, and everything, and you're like, why am I unhappy? Because you're spending most of your majority of time doing something that you weren't meant to do. God gifted you with certain gifts to use here on earth. And a lot of times we forget it. And everyone's, a lot of people ask me, well, how do I know what my gifts are? It's a really simple answer is when you close your eyes and you go within, you think about it. What did you used to do when you were younger? What brought you joy? It's using your creative mind, right? Not your analytical mind on the hamster wheel, but your creative mind. What do you used to do that brought you happiness? For me, I used to paint when I was little. I like to play outside in nature with fairies and
Imagine
imagination
secret worlds.
with my sister. We would go in different worlds and do different things, and it was fun. um then reality hit, like where you have to get a paycheck. And I remember, you guys remember being little and saying, oh, I wish I had mail. Now you don't want mail because they're always bills, right? I don't want to check the mailbox anymore. But and then you think about, like, when I think about my kids and everything and their lives, I want to show them that mommy can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it too. That you don't need to work at this corporate job, that you can use your gifts, talents, and abilities to help others. That's why I'm so passionate about it, is because I had to go through my living hell and come out the other end. And I'm telling you guys, there is light at the end of that tunnel that you're scared to kind of go through because of the fear programs. And that's what my sister and I are here to teach you guys, is how did we do it? How do we go from living a 3D life to higher frequencies of four, fifth, and even higher energies of working with these beings, um, learning how to follow our higher self and our intuition, and why we're happy now. Because we used to always say to ourselves, why can't we work together? That'd be an awesome job if we can work together and do things. So a lot of stuff that we went on in our lives, both of us, I've been through a divorce and everything, and that was the hardest time, when I felt like my life was falling apart, and I was like really depressed and sad, and why would the angels do this to me? And they said, if your kids were with you right now, you wouldn't do your calling because you're so focused on everyone else but yourself. And I had to really go internally and go through the whole dark night of the soul. And my whole life was, rearranged for me. But now when I look back at my life, I see all the blessings, because without that contrast of light and dark, I wouldn't have changed. I would have stayed where I was because I was comfortable. So they had to make Iona very uncomfortable, and that's when I started to change. And now I'm happy because I'm doing what I came here to do. And then what makes me the happiest is when my clients write back to me and tell me how I've changed their life. And it's like, I just held the sacred space for you guys. I'm a healer, I'm a light worker, but I hold a space for you to see your own inner light, your own strengths, your beauty. And I'm just telling you what I'm hearing from the beings that are talking to me, that we needed to hear as kids, but some of us didn't. We've had tough childhoods, but it makes you compassionate and have a lot of empathy for people that are going through the same struggles. And I'm telling you that if I can do it, if my sister can do it, you can do it. It's not like we're special, that, God only said, okay, well, just the twins are making it through. They're the only ones that are going to have a joyous life here. It's not like that. You guys can do that too. And it doesn't need to take 10, 15, 20 years. You can start taking action steps now to get to that. And we're going to teach you that. Is we're going to have, upcoming classes, events. We're going to, just ask below this video is to join our newsletter so that you can be informed when we're having events, when we go on telesummits, when we do classes, coaching calls, and we're going to do a lot of free events to where you can learn the step-by-step process, because I know everyone wants the handbook. Everyone wants to know point A, B, C, D, and all that stuff is how did you do it? And the thing is, there is a roadmap for that. We can teach you through our own experiences, and it's going to be a fun class too, because we like to play around a lot, and then it's very interactive. We're going to be interacting with you, and then also doing mini healing sessions on you with our sound healing, and then also the spoken word, because healing energies come in. I've already asked for the beings to be here. So when I speak or when Kim speaks, we send that energy out of love and of the higher beings speaking through us, to send you that, activating that within you. So that's my story. And now Kim's going to tell her story of how she transformed her life.
Okay. So I used to live in the Bay Area 3 years ago. And before that, what I was doing is I was working in Silicon Valley, working out of San Francisco, like Iona said, doing the whole commuting thing, driving to work. I wasn't one of the road rage people, though. I would sit there and I'd put on meditation type of, soundtracks, different things to listen to. So I stayed in a really good space. And what I did for the last 10 years is I worked at startups, and I did all kinds of work. I did office management, accounting, HR, onboarding new hires. I was also an executive assistant to, the president of the companies that I worked for. And I remember when I was more out of the fear consciousness and stuff, I was making about $55K a year, and just really like, oh, I don't have a college degree, so this is what I'm going to make, and I just have to work hard because those are the programs I had, So I just worked really hard, and I was just like, why am I not getting ahead? And the more that I started to evolve myself and learn that, what, I can create what I'd like to create. So I kind of just got out of my own way and stopped thinking those things that I was thinking, and said, what, I kind of feel like making 70K this year, right? So like after 3 years of experience, and not saying, oh, well, I don't have a college degree, I can't make more than, I'm asking for, I'm not worthy, right? When I stopped that program and said, I'm worthy of making whatever I think I'm worthy of making, then I jumped from 55 to 70K. And then from there, I was like, well, if I can jump to 70, why not 100K a year, right? So then that's kind of what I did next is, I gained experience. I did more type of HR work, and said, I want to learn more than just accounting and office management. I also want to be an ER and do HR. So when I did that as well, plus also said, I'm worthy, I'm not going to worry about not having a college degree. And then I jumped up to 100K a year. So then I realized, like, what, this is what the world is all about. This is what you're supposed to be doing, is creating what you want to create, not saying, well, if I don't have A, B, or C, then I cannot create D. The whole thing is you can go from A to D. You don't have to follow step by step by step. That's what reality, as far as our current reality and society, tries to teach us, that you have to have a plan for everything. Everything has to have a plan. And if you can't see from A, B, C to D, usually you're just like, no, I can't do this. No, you get scared. You're like, I'm just going to stay in conformity. I'm going to stay with what's comfortable. But the thing is you start to die inside. Like Iona said, you're working in a box, and you're just like, you're so over it. You're just like, this is not what it's about. Even when I got to the 100K status, I was like, I'm still not happy. Like, why am I working for somebody else and making them rich? Like, I'm working a 3-person job. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the money and all that, and I did really well. And I was working a 3-person job, but I was able to do that just the way that my brain works. Because I can jump from task to task to task, and, almost like having ADD, right? Just kind of running all over the place. I was really good at that. But I was still like, this is not my calling. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I remember sitting outside, and I was on my balcony, and I was just sitting out there, and I had like my own little garden that I created. That's kind of like my magical place of creation. That's where I would sit to manifest. And I would sit out there, and I would look out towards the distance, and I can see power lines. I'm like, just kind of focus on the 2 palm trees I can see, and there's a power line. I'm like, nope, I don't see that. I'm just focusing on what I'm trying to create, what I'm looking for. And I said, I want to move to Hawaii. That's my next goal, is I'm going to do that. And I just started focusing on just that. I didn't figure out like all the steps. How am I going to do this and that? I was just like, I knew in my heart of hearts, I'm going to move to Hawaii. and I'm just going to convince my family, like, we're going to do this. I'm not going to know how it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Because if I sat there and got into the details of how I'm going to make it happen, there's no way, because my little tiny little human mind cannot wrap around and like make something magnificent happen, right? There's no way. So when I stopped trying to focus on how I'm going to make it happen, but just going, okay, this is what I would like to do, and just kind of imagining how beautiful it's going to be, and saying, so it is. I always say that after everything I create, and so it is. And I release it in my bubble, and then it goes, and then it happens. So once you kind of get out of your own mind space and you drop down into your heart space, that's where all creation is. You don't have to know how you're going to do it all. Just focus on what you're trying to do. Trust that it's so, and so it is. Release it into the bubble of creation and let the universe unfold it for you. And that's how you create. And that's how I've created for the past 10 years now of, getting to where I'm going. And I still have so much more that I'm creating right now, especially with Iona. So we want to teach everybody how to do this too, because in the reality of things, you create your own reality. And if you drop into your heart space, I'm telling you, magic will happen. You just have to get out of your own way and go, wow, this is crazy. There's no way I would have even known how this is going to happen, but boom, it happens. And you actually amaze yourself. So that's kind of my story.
And she also put the house that she was going to have. I'm even amazed when she tells me the stuff that she manifests, because I'm like, oh my God, because I remember when she was like, I'm going to get the yellow house. And I was like, what yellow house? And she showed me a picture of it. And she's like, I'm going to put it on my phone.
Light green.
Yeah. Well, it looks kind of yellowy color. And she's like, I'm going to put it on my screen on my phone saver, because that's my house. And then she just started bringing, family members from the other side, like, okay, hold the house for us. And this is our home and everything. And she got the house. I mean, just everything that she expects, because she expects it and she knows she's going to get it. The universe is like, well, Kim expects it. She knows she's going to get it. So voila, And
now I have 360 green view versus that power line and 2 palm trees. Now I can see all the way around the house. Is all 360 green.
So when she lived in the Bay Area, in her apartment, she would just look on the balcony and sit there. And that was like her sanctuary, because they had a lot of different plants there, and the hummingbirds would come. I loved coming out there too. And she'd be like focusing in between those 2 palm trees. And that's where my home's going to be in Hawaii. So even though it was like, sometimes us as humans get so much in our outer reality. Like, I can't see how that's happening because I don't like where I live. And she was visualizing where she wanted to live, and she did that. And then she's there now, and she has an acre of land. She has like 12 different fruit trees and chickens and everything. And she's living, a better life, with nature, very grounded energies, very love center energies. And she knew, my sister always knew, because she's very highly intuitive, that Hawaii's my home and this is where I belong. So she's holding the energy there. And, it's awesome, because now, when I come visit and everything, I have a free place to stay. I don't need to rent like a B&B or go to a hotel. It's like I get to stay with my sister. So it's awesome. So we just want to let you guys know that we're going to have upcoming coaching classes. We're going to teach you how to manifest from 3D to 5D reality. A lot of you that are going into jobs that you can't stand anymore, how we did it ourselves. And we're going to teach you like step-by-step processes. So all you need to do is join our newsletter, and then we'll start to teach you about that. We're going to have free gifts, upcoming MP3s that we're going to be creating. I'm going to be going to Hawaii next month, so we're going to be working together and collaborating there. So it's not just vacation. It's also, we're going to be working together.
That is vacation for us, though. You know that.
Yeah.
We're going to be in creation mode.
Yeah, we're going to be playing and working too. So, and then families can also be up there visiting for the holidays. It's about Ohana and family and everything. So we're super excited for this new venture that we're doing together, Universal Hearts Unite. And, you guys are going to be coming along on the journey with us. And we're also going to be
come along for the ride.
Yeah. And we're going to also be telling you about twin stories about how we were as kids. So it's going to be very, personal information, like what we did as kids,
interactive.
We haven't really changed. We still do it as adults, because I feel like a big little kid all the time, because we're just always playing together. We're very imaginative. That's how I'm able to go to these higher spaces, working with these beings, and the angels and all that stuff. It's just, I never want to grow up. I love that song, Forever Young. It's like one of my favorite songs, because that's how I feel. I'm going to live a long life, a healthy life, and my kids see how much I've changed and how happy I am now. And it's not what I have, it's what I can give. And that's who I am, is I always want to help people. Even as a young kid, I always
have.
Yeah, I have a really good heart, and I want to help everyone, and I can always feel.
I was the selfish one, remember?
And I can always feel people's emotions.
Fine.
So I would want to help them, because I could feel their sadness or their hurt or what's happening. And it's just been my calling since I've been born. And, I'm just so happy to be in what I'm doing. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. Cause I want to help you guys get to where you can be. And there's no limit to what you can create when it's from your heart and it comes from your love. And that's how these beings can reach you. It's not in your mind. It's when you drop your attention down to your heart that you can access the 5D portal, which is the new energies are here, you guys. Today's the harvest moon. Sunday, it's the orange moon and everything. So go out there. That's what I'm going to do tonight. And I bring my kids out there and I'm teaching them about how you charge crystals, how you release everything you want to release, to like what our ancestors did. You guys just go back to that, tap into that, and talk to your ancestors, talk to the moon energy, talk to the beings out there listening, talk to God, pray to God about things you'd want to create, and just let God take all your worries, fears, and dramas away. And then, fill that up, fill your heart space with what dreams and desires you want to manifest for this new year of 2019. It's a big year, you guys, for us light workers and healers. That draw is way, way too strong to ignore anymore. And you know it. You know what I'm talking about. You can't keep, living that lie and going out of bed and acting like everything's okay.
Everyone's breaking free from it.
Like the fake smile, like everything's fine, and it's not, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you could totally tell it's like eating you up inside, because like, okay, I'm seriously like faking this job and everything I'm doing, or whatever, wherever you are placed in life right now, knowing that everything is going to start working out for you when you start to be honest with yourself about your life, because you created it and you can have another one. You can create another one. You're not doomed. This isn't the only life. Like, you can start over. It's never too late to start over. I don't care how old you are. It's never too late to start over. It's never too late to turn that page, to start a new chapter, to start a new drawing, to do whatever you want to do, and just stop being scared about what people think about you or judging you. The more that you are who you are and you're authentic, your people are going to come to you no matter what. Because I have some people who tell me like, well, I'm scared to, kind of go out into this new venture, or people might think I'm weird or whatever. Dude, I'm a big weirdo. I don't care. Like, I came into loving myself and everything. Before, when I used to worry about everyone judging me, it's when I was sad. It's when I was depressed. It's when I didn't feel good about myself. It's when I felt like, just an outcast and everything. And then I realized that I'm going to stop being a victim about everything. And yeah, I had things happen in my childhood, but when I hear other stories too, my life wasn't so bad. So it's like, I can choose to learn and grow from the experiences. And that's how I'm here to help you guys, is because I went through it myself. And so that's why I'm so passionate about helping everyone, because you can have any life you can dream of. I promise you that. Even when I didn't know all the steps to do with my business.
Hey, I have a question kind of going into that. So you remember how you said for people to get out of their own way and not worry about what other people thought, but yeah. There was a time, and it made me think of that story, when, remember, you were kind of nervous about putting your Reiki stickers on your car. Yeah. What was the shift? Because I remember you were like, I don't know if I want to put them on my car and all that. What shifted in your own mind or your heart space where you were able to put those stickers on your car? That might be a good example of showing how you switched from, I don't want to put them on my car, like then I have to fully commit to this and people are going to know, might think I'm a weirdo. What shifted in you to be able to put those stickers on your car? I just started praying to God and saying, if this is my life purpose, then you need to help me, God, help you, support me. And this is the thing, whenever I had lists made, because I'm a type A personality too, whenever I had everything made with my human mind, things didn't work out. It's when I gave it to God and prayed to him and surrendered and said, I need your help. If you want me to live my life purpose and do this, I also need to be financially supported, because I'm a single mom with 2 kids. And I really want to do this. And so God just, even though I couldn't visualize how it was going to happen. Tell you, get over yourself. Just do it. Yeah. I gave it to him. I said, it's in your hands now. I surrendered to you, and I'm going to stop trying to control every single situation and let you do it for me. And once I surrendered to him, my life started to change. And once I stopped doing my human stuff and just started getting more into childlike mode, getting more into appreciation and gratitude. And I prayed differently. It's not like I wasn't just asking for things. I was letting him take things away from me, as I was just giving him all my garbage. And I stopped asking for things. I was like, then I was just telling him things I was grateful for, and then crying more and showing my emotions, and just being, more in tune with my children and how they are. I stopped being so serious with my kids, because for a while, when I was unhappy, it showed like in my personality, and I wasn't as playful with my children. And now that I'm more, yeah, you remember I used to come to your house and I'm like, why are you cleaning? Why are you doing all that? The kids are playing in the background. Like, let's be with them. Remember I was telling you that back then? Yeah. When your monkey mind would go and you're like, I got to do this. Now I got to get dinner ready. Now I got to do this. And I was like, I'm over. Let's hang out and have a good time and let the kids play. Let's just be in the backyard with them and look at them create. Look how much fun they're having. Oh, look, they're digging for those little, what are those things called again? Those little roly-polies that we used to play with. And then they were doing the same things that we used to do as kids. So I told you, stop. Like, let's just have fun with the kids and just
Yeah.
watch them. And then, yeah,
My sister was like my
life
therapist,
changed.
seriously, guys. And so, like, I think about my
Hey,
daughter.
you still got billable hours you need to pay for.
Oh God, be quiet. And so like Juliana and Madison would always play in the backyard, and we would always say that. My sister and I would always say that. It reminds us of when we were kids, when we were little, like how we were. So, my magic came back a lot from just not being happy anymore. I just got tired of being in my own skin. I got tired of not being happy. I got tired of complaining. I got tired of my life that I created. And I said, you know what, this is either I'm going to change it or I need to just be quiet already, because I'm even annoying myself by talking about it all the time. So
Yeah, I'm thankful for that day, and it all worked out.
yeah,
How long ago was that, by the way? Like when everything
2013.
started to shift and you, like you said, surrendered to, God and to yourself basically
2013
as
is when
well.
I took the leap.
What?
2013 is when I took the leap of faith.
2013.
Yeah, I got tired of being
That's right.
tired. Yeah. So
You
that
got tired of being sick and tired.
yeah. So that's what we're doing in a nutshell, you guys. So we'll have the link to our website, and www.ionablissfullife the number 7.com, and then there's going to be a page to where you can enter your email address, and then we'll be sending out this video. We'll be sending out other videos as we create them. So you'll be first to get that. Upcoming news on when we're going to be on shows, classes we're doing, and Kim and I are going to start doing coaching classes and teaching you how to start moving from your mundane life to having a life that is worth living, and that's the thing is I enjoy living my life now. I feel like I'm actually living my life because I'm not stuck at an 8 to 5 job. I can do things in the morning. I'm not stuck in the car, because a lot of you are stuck in the car, and then you got to go to work, and then you're stuck in the car again, and then you got games to go to for your kids, and it's just like a never ending thing. And then you finally go to bed and you have maybe 20 minutes of time to yourself, but
You
then
have
you're
more
so
time to spend
tired.
with your family too.
Yeah, and you're so tired you just pass out. And so that's the thing is now, I have the life that I want to live. I don't I'm just, my makeup's on right now for you guys, okay? I'm presentable, but usually the camera's not on when I'm talking to clients, and I go to the gym first, I work out, I take care of Iona first, and then I work on clients, and then I do other work, on the computer, and I always end my day around 2 o'clock, 2:30. So that's the life I want to live. And this is the motto. You don't need to work hard the rest of your life. That's a program you have. You can work smarter, not harder. That's Kim and I. We made that up. You work smarter, not harder. It's like now we don't have to work as hard. And even when we are putting in extra hours, because we also work late nights too, we enjoy doing that because we're working together, we're collaborating, and we're doing things we need to do behind the scenes. But that's what it's about, is liking who you work with. I mean, Kim and I are like our own bosses. She can't tell me what to do. No, I'm kidding. You know what I mean? Like, we're having fun now. We're always playing around. It's like I don't have to answer to a CEO, or she doesn't have to answer to, like, the executives or anything. It's like we're our own bosses. And that's the thing, you guys. It's the age of divine feminine. A lot of women are coming into leadership roles, and that's what it's about. And you can work from home. You don't have to go anywhere, and you can make your money work for you, and you can go on vacation and do things that you never thought possible. And that's when you're living your life purpose. More money comes in, because when you're passionate about something, people are attracted to that. It's a magnetism, and it's your aura, it's your light, and your soul tribe, your star tribe. People are going to come to you. So just be who you are, be authentic. Don't be scared to shine your light. You're not going to die in this lifetime, you guys. It's okay. Come out of hiding, and I'm here to push you forward, and Kim's here to propel you forward. I'm holding more of those galactic energies, and Kim holds the grounding
Propel
energy.
you forward into the now.
Yes, and we're going to teach you guys that simple steps to do, because Kim can talk more teacher Kim, what she does, right? And Kim talks more simple terms, like where you guys are going to understand that more, like human terms for us who are in our human space. And then I go more of the whole like galactic areas that I do, and I talk really fast. So I try not to, but it's hard. So that's what it is, guys. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting to know us more. And when you're, when you
And
go
we'd
on our
love to get to know
newsletter,
all of you.
yeah, and thank you. And when you go on our newsletter, and then we're going to start doing twin stuff too, to where we're going to talk about our childhood and stuff. So you're going to get to know us on a more personal level too, as we want to connect with you and know that it's all about us connecting with each other on heart levels, to know that you're not alone, that we've experienced a lot of things you've experienced, and we want to become like your soul sister friends, to where we can talk deep like that and really clear that. Is when you go deep with us, we can help you heal what those patterns are, what's the root cause, and all that kind of stuff. And so we make it a safe space, a sacred space for you to feel safe to tell us, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And we're going to share
And we're
with
here
you
to
our
support
life.
you on your journey, and to watch your evolution and your growth. And that's what's exciting for me, and I know for Iona as well, is to watch, each person that will help coach and, just do the activations with, to help them grow and just to see your evolution of where you're going and, what you're trying to do in life, and then help you with that creation and just help you to be the best version of yourself and to really enjoy this life, because this should be your heaven on earth before you go to heaven. Like, this should be your creation. This is where you create, not just up there, you create here too. So we're here to help you do that and be a part of your life. Yeah. And watch you just blossom.
And it makes us happy every time, because when you succeed, we succeed, because we're all connected. We're all soul family here, you guys. So it's like, every time we help you, we help ourselves. It's all about family, ohana, heart-centered, heart space. And I totally believe in one love, oneness. That's why we're here, is to do that, motivate one another, help one another. And I just love to see every success story like that. It makes my heart sing. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And, I just love you all dearly with my heart, my open heart to yours. Thank you, guys. Namaste.